Hello everybody and welcome back for episode 18 of the Terraria 1.3 Let's Play. Hope you're all doing well, and I hope you enjoyed our little Q&A session through the digging of our Hellevator. We're back today to do a little bit more of the Hell exploration that we kind of didn't get to last time, and before I get into the episode, I want to do something here to make somebody in my comments a lot happier, and, you know, to a small degree, me as well. I didn't ever realize that was dirt there. I don't know how that happened, but now it's not. Now it's wood. Also, apologies to everyone that noticed that the Hellevator's apparently a tile off at one point or something. I need to actually go and look at it more properly. Apparently, I messed up there. There was a lot of water, so hopefully you can forgive me. I don't know if I'm going to address it right now. But I guess it's going to depend. By the way, I see that gold bunny. It's going to depend on to what degree I can get down there and do with stuff. Like, if I can't get to the base of the Hellevator without going for air a bunch of times, I'm probably going to have to fix that, right? And I'm probably going to do that off camera. It's going to be annoying. So, also, take a look at my accessories. I've crafted both the lava water walking boots, the guarding obsidian ones, and the menacing obsidian horseshoe. Apparently, this was an issue because balloon or something. I'll deal with it later. If I need to go to another world and get a balloon so I can combine it with a skull or horseshoe or something, I'll figure that out. But for now, I think it'll get the job done. We'll be able to navigate Hell pretty effectively, I think. And honestly, we weren't doing that badly anyway. We just had a really weird mess up with the way that I ended up landing in that pile of water. Also, yes, that's a thing as well, I know. Placing things without being standing at, like, opening the chest and such. So, here's our map, here's our progress. Apparently the water found its way to Hell, which I didn't even think it could do. I thought it, like, evaporates when it gets to that point. But maybe I found a way to get past that, I don't know. Let's fall. This will be a Let's Fall, episode 1. Also, there's going to probably be a bit of loading as the textures get pulled in, if that's what that's doing, or is streaming the world again. See if I can notice where the deviation occurs. I know you probably have given me timestamps and everything for... Oh, well, that would be exactly where the deviation occurs. Alright, I landed on it. Thankfully, I don't have to be super bothered by it since I can... It moves again, doesn't it? Okay. I was going through some hard times when I built this. I think we can all acknowledge it was not the best moment. Oh, you know what? The water's probably all gone now, and the map just hadn't updated yet, which is why it keeps stopping and loading. See that? It's pulling all the water away as we go down. People have given me a lot of tips, by the way, on like how I can avoid dealing with some of this stuff in the future. It's gonna be fine. Like, as annoying as that was, I don't know that I necessarily have to wall it off for the sake of not running into monsters later on. I think I'll be okay. Let's focus on what we need to do right now, and that is... I need to make sure I've got my shadow key with me, which I do. And we've got our proper Deathbringer pickaxe with us. We're going to go after a little bit of this delicious ore hanging out in the walls over here. We're also going to probably try and break a lot of these pots because they're quite useful. There's actually some nice stuff you can get out of these potions of various kinds, as well as quite a bit of money, actually. Who knew Hell was so profitable? Well, I guess a lot of investment bankers. Sorry. Couldn't help myself. So it won't take super long before we've got everything we need from Hell. I've never really had much difficulty, honestly, mining Hell. I always hear that, like, people have a lot of problems. Even in expert mode, really, it wasn't the worst. It was just kind of being down here in general when we were looking for just various stuff, like trying to get the bridge built and looking for souls and stuff. That stuff was kind of annoying. But the actual mining of the Hellstone part, it's really not all that bad. I'm pretty used to it by now. This has got to be like my 5th or 6th time doing this. Probably a lot more than that, to be honest. So, you know, you just kind of beat up on some rocks for a while. Some bone skeletons will show up. Some imps will start shooting fireballs at you. Maybe a battle bounce into you on occasion. It's like, no big deal, really. If I'm feeling especially cheeky, I could go... Ooh, not that way. I could go down a bit further and just see if there's anything I can pull out of here. Sometimes you find bigger concentrations of the ore deeper down, but then you run the risk of running into too much lava pooling up and then causing problems for you, so, you know, I try to kind of moderate which direction I end up going in. In general, I find it's just easier, though, to grab it from generally, like, roughly where you came in instead of traveling quite a bit to get to it. Also, if you can leave a bunch of enemies that are kind of not really super confrontational, just leave them spawned somewhere in the world and don't bother them, you'll probably be better off, to be honest. Because the way this works, and if you're not familiar, I guess this will be your quick lesson to it. Basically, there's like a certain amount of spawns allotted to the screen at one point, so if you end up having, and this will cool under my feet, if you end up having too many enemies, it'll stop making more. So basically, if you get them all to spawn into places where they can't bother you, there won't be any more enemies spawning for a while. Oh, is that going to be a problem for me? I don't know. Can my pickaxe... No, that is a problem. Okay, we're going to have to deal with that. Good thing. Alright, I'm on fire. I think I'll live through it. Oh, I thought I could walk on this. Did I not equip just a regular obsidian skull? Grants immunity to fire blocks. Walk on water, immunity to fire blocks. Okay, so I can stand on the hellstone, not so much on the lava. So we're actually just gonna bolt back home real quick and take care of a little issue that I apparently forgot to sort out. Or maybe that's not even... Does the obsidian skull not even do that? It confers the same ability, so why wouldn't it? Well, if anything, I just wanted to stop dying. We'll just grab a little bit out of here. Oh, thank you for the tips, by the way, about the strange plants. Sad to find out that I can't really get too much more in the way of them, but yeah, for now, anyway. Once we get to hard mode, then we'll get into that stuff. It's immunity to fire blocks. Okay, so it is exactly the same. It's just, it's not just immunity to lava. I guess that makes perfect sense. I don't know why I got that in my head that it was the other way. So there's 65 hellstone. Let's see how much it costs to start forging these suckers. I'll also place some of this hell stuff into one of my boxes here. That way when I go past it next time, I can just stack it right from my inventory without having to go into a chest. Obsidian bed, ash block. Have I placed ash in here yet? I don't think I have, actually. Just some silt. Alright, so that'll make that a little bit quicker. And I've got a spot for general decor. That's probably where I'll put this bed for now. I haven't really decided exactly what I want to put into some of these chests, but I'll figure it out. And if I need to, I can always expand more later. And then we've got some ammo right here, which I think I've already placed. I have not actually placed Hellfire arrows. I have flaming arrows, which are actually not as good. Should go like that, I guess. 13, 10, 7, 5. Yeah, there we go. So come on, let's ride to the... Alright, I'm doing that thing that Northern Lion does, where he just sings songs. Yeah, I guess we all kind of do that from time to time, don't we? So I want to make a few hellstone blocks. That means I need obsidian in my inventory, otherwise they won't form together properly. I should have more than enough obsidian to last me for a while. 21 hellstone bars. What does that craft me these days? I can get a molten pickaxe, which has 100% pickaxe power. This one I have right now has 70%. That's not bad. I could also get the whole equipment train started. There's 20 for that, 10 for that, 15 for that. This won't take me long at all, will it? Alright, well, let's grab the molten pickaxe, because that's actually like a direct advancement that we need to sort. And we'll toss this stuff in there. We'll toss that in there. Toss that in there. And we'll toss our pickaxe in one of these boxes for my old gear. I haven't really sorted out the whole equipment thing yet. I am definitely going to be making cabinets, I guess they call... What do they call them? There's drawers, chest of drawers type things, wardrobes, closets, I don't know, something to that nature. And I'll start sorting the inventory stuff into those. For costumes and vanity stuff, that'll all have its own area later on. I'll just hug the right wall now, so that way I can fall in peace and not rip in peace. And, yeah, I'm gonna eventually redo the house to some degree. I've said it a number of times now. I know a few people are a bit impatient waiting for me to get that done. Sorry about that. It's not a pressing matter right now. I think, if anything, I want to prioritize likely doing some fishing before we get to hard mode. So I'll get what I need to get out of Hell for this episode, and maybe we'll do some fishing later on. Of course, if you guys have more questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. If we end up doing another Q&A-oriented episode, which a fishing episode likely would, then I will go ahead and pull those. And you can use this comment section for that as well if you'd like. And that goes for any episode, honestly. If you just have questions, feel free to ask me. If they are pertinent or interesting to discuss, I will probably bring it up in an episode. Even if it's not necessarily a Q&A episode, those things are kind of just entertaining sometimes to go through. So, yeah, don't feel any pressure to, you know, act like you don't have to talk. I welcome all discussion here. Alright, let's go see about maybe what's going on over here. I'm looking for a big cluster. Big cluster of hellstone right around, and I'm sure there's a few. Like, right here is probably fine. I can grab a few of these. Oh, we can mine this now in 2 taps. Not bad. Let's go down a little further. What do we have? Yeah, you know what? This is actually suitable as well. I'll take an obsidian vase for my collection. And open some sort of, like, Terraria IKEA eventually. I was prepared for them this time. So yeah, I need to get some of those potions. I may already have some. I probably should have looked in my chest. That let me just walk through the lava. I think they're obsidian skin potions is the name of them. That certainly helps out if you're getting down and dirty in the middle of all this mess. I try to avoid doing that too much, but last time I just kind of messed it all up. Oh look, another obsidian bed. Yeah, this pickaxe gets the job done, I suppose. It's not quite as fast as some of the ones we'll get later, but, you know, it's late game stuff, so I probably shouldn't be too concerned with that yet. This is probably a really awkward way to mine, isn't it? I guess we'll... Oh, okay, don't mess with me here. I want to just kind of stand in this corner and mine away at this stuff, but I've kind of made... put myself in a bit of an awkward spot. Not gonna lie. Maybe dig this down a little bit more. I get one more layer out of it. And then hopefully I can just grapple across the other side. Success. And then we can dig into this wall. Good thing we can dig through, like, non-adjacent tiles, if that's the right way to describe it, meaning, like, I can dig past a wall. You know, in real life, you have to dig through something to get to something. Not so in Terraria, and I'm thankful for that. We're just gonna kind of dig our way up here. Okay, that does a lot of damage. This flail is really awkward. Probably not gonna use that too much. I imagine just a few more minutes of this and we'll already have what we need to make the armor set. It's really not going to be that bad at all. Let's see if we can grab some out of this spot right here. I'm going to actually do a little bit on top. Yeah, all I need is just the one tile of ash to stand on, and this should actually fall apart quite nicely. I'll be surprised if I need more obsidian, but maybe I was a little off in saying that I have enough with the 250. We'll see in a little bit here. So, I'm thinking about that you guys were into the whole discussion regarding, like, the YouTube origin stuff. I was really happy to hear that you were entertained by that and not bored to pieces or thought I was, like, narcissistic or anything like that. I definitely appreciate that. It's a nice little outlet sometimes to discuss this stuff, because it's not something that comes up regularly. You know, you get into a bit of a track of talking about the same groups of topics. You get sort of on this forward-facing, news-oriented kind of discussion, or you do silly discussion. You never really get to do too much stuff that actually, like, directly affects your life from one day to the next. So, like, another one of those things that I've been kind of mulling over, and I guess could be kind of an interesting topic to bring to you guys, and don't worry, I'm not going to necessarily make this, like, an everyday thing or anything, in case you're more interested in watching me actually talk about the game, which I absolutely don't blame you. But I've been trying to figure out what I should do about this, and maybe some feedback wouldn't hurt. Me and Rob, and to a lesser degree Austin, Last Grey Wolf, the guy that I stream Terraria with, have been doing this series on Magic the Gathering where we play a game of Magic and then we talk for like 2 hours. It's basically a podcast. We've enjoyed doing it for a long time. It's been a really fun outlet for us to talk about whatever is going on in our world, or just be stupid and silly and referential and, you know, basically anything we want. I've got to make sure this guy doesn't fall in the lava, by the way, because that is how you summon the Wall of Flesh boss. So recently, and I guess we're kind of peeking behind the curtain a bit right now, recently we've gotten to episode 200, so this has been a very long-running series. We've had it going for about 2 years or so, and we've gone through, what, 2-3 iterations of the game, starting, I think, at 2013, and then we went to 2014 and 2015, Magic the Gathering, Duels of the Planeswalkers, then year number is what I'm describing. And so there's another one coming out now, called, I think, what is it, Duels of the Planeswalkers Origins, I think is the name. And we were actually approached by Wizards of the Coast, and they want to do a deal with us, basically, where it's like paid content, where they're going to pay us to do Magic episodes. And I haven't ever done any content like that, because I've always found it to be a bit scummy. It doesn't feel right, necessarily, to do it that way, because I've kind of had the same monetization scheme that I feel pretty comfortable with, which, you know, you watch ads, those ads contribute to the channel, and that's kind of just the way it goes. And I split it with my MCN, and YouTube, of course, who takes like 40% of it. But anyway, so the deal would be basically, and I haven't finalized anything, in fact, it's still pretty early on, but they want to do something in the vein of, like, they'll take care of all the paid-for, you know, DLC stuff. We don't have to pay for the game, which is, you know, that's not a big deal. Everybody does stuff like that. And that doesn't really affect any kind of bias or anything. But the thing that I was really uncertain about is, like, that they would consider paying for us to do the episodes directly. Now, normally I would immediately just kind of move past this concept as an idea, because it's just not really the way I like to do things. But the thing that sort of made me think a little harder about it is that those episodes don't really do particularly well for views anyway. And we like doing them, because they're just fun to just talk about stuff and banter for a long time, and I enjoy Rob and Austin's company, and everybody else that we've had on the show, of course. So in a way, it could kind of work in both directions, where, like, we get to keep doing the series and have the income sort of match the amount of time that goes into them, because it does take a while. They're like 2+ hour episodes at times, and then they have to render, which takes a while, then they have to upload, which takes a while. And all of that is kind of taking away from time that, you know, we could be doing other stuff, other recordings, and I'd rather it didn't, because I like doing them. So this way, I would be able to turn off the ads for them, and the people that still enjoy that series could still watch the series, and we would actually be making a bit more off of it, so it would not feel like it's such a drain on time. So, I don't know, it's the one time when I feel like there might actually be a decent reason to go down that road. Of course, I would disclose that it's paid-for content, and of course, if they had any stipulations... Oh, we just got a really good bow, I think. Isn't that good? Oh, that turns them into flaming bats. Yeah, and it's got a nice modifier on it. So yeah, I guess I'm really curious to know what you guys think about that stuff. Obviously, I would say exactly what the case is, as far as what's being done, and they've said there aren't really any stipulations about, like, scripts or things we have to talk about specifically. So it's not like they're telling us what to do with our series. It's still our series. They're just hosting it in a way. So, I don't know. It's just an odd position for me to be in. I've never had that opportunity before. Well, I've had a couple of offers, but none of them seemed like they would be actually mutually beneficial in a way that made me want to actually take pause long enough to think about it. This one, I'm kind of there. I'm kind of saying, like, hey, if this isn't super scummy to you guys, maybe I would actually do this. So, I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments on that as well. And I guess we'll take it from there. I have to still talk to Rob more about it, because he's been away on his little vacation for a bit. Is that a banner? What am I looking at in the background there? Or is that just like a hole? I can't dig into it. I don't know what that is. Can I dig it with the hammer? No, that's taking the wall out of the background. Oh, it's the trailing of the lava coming through the platform. I don't know why that was so confusing to me. Okay. Oh, crap. Watch out. Don't drop him. Don't drop him. Do not drop him. Okay, we've got to get up there. We've got to maybe not get up there. Maybe we'll just pretend that didn't happen and move on. But yeah, this is some of the stuff that happens behind the scenes every now and then with YouTubers. There's, well, if you're doing particularly well, you get a lot of offers to this kind of angle. And I think a lot of people get into the habit of saying yes to pretty much everything, which, for a while, I had to do that too, but I never was in a position where it was anything that was particularly scummy. Not that, again, I'm implying that this offer is scummy in the least. It actually isn't at all. But, you know, when you get into that stuff that's like, hey, you can play Guns of Icarus online and we'll pay you per episode, and you just have to say really good things about the game, and, you know, that's not super into that. If I have an opinion about a game and they want to pay me to do a review of it and I can be completely honest, we can talk. But if it's going to be like a sponsored review that I'm just basically giving them free PR under the guise of marketing, or under the guise of a review, rather, I'm absolutely not interested in that. Anything that's, like, kind of misrepresents who I am or what I want to do with my channel, I'm super not interested in that. And paying people off to basically act as shills for your product is kind of a gross thing to do in the first place, in my opinion. I grant that there's probably a market for it, but I wish there wasn't, because it really just makes it harder to have any freaking integrity. Not that, I guess, I have, you know, integrity to the degree that I think a lot of people would look at a journalist as having. But I do try, and I absolutely try not to put myself into positions where, like, I do something that comes across wrong. And I've made a very conscious effort to do my channel a certain way when it comes to that. I mean, not every video has been a hit, but I definitely feel happy with the decisions I've made as far as what I've put up content-wise. I've never felt like I really misrepresented myself or had to really, like, apologize for anything I've done. I mean, granted, I think the worst I've done is probably just, like, delivered some bad news by accident on a Roundtable podcast, or, like, said things that I didn't 100% know the facts of on the Magic series. But that's not as bad, really, I'd say, as just maliciously going after some stuff for money, which is something that I would never do, or I have no interest in doing at all. I mean, if you're desperate, I guess that's a reason to do it, but, like, I care more about you guys and the channel and myself to want to put myself in that position. Anyway, I've gone on probably long enough about that. I mostly just wanted to open the topic for discussion. I think you'll probably land about in the same spot that I have, if I'm to guess. But, you know, if I'm wrong, this is your forum to be heard. Also, if you just don't care at all, that's totally fine, too, because this actually has no bearing on the Terraria series at all. And it's just something that I just wanted to bring up. Anyway, how are we doing on stuff for our building here? We got 129 more Hellstone. Where did we leave off in the first part? Ooh, we have like 50 or something? I actually totally forgot what we had when I went up the first time. I'll see if we can get it to like 200, and then we'll go up again and then build all our bars. We'll start a Build-A-Bar workshop. And I would like to find a few more shadow chests while I'm here as well, if I get a moment. I'll harvest all the pianos that I can find. See, that's actually a banner up there. Alright. Any more chests? Nope, just another forge. That's a really nice chunk of hellstone over there in the wall. Do I want to dig all the way over to that, though? It could be kind of a pain in the butt. Yeah, I should probably do it. What's the harm? As long as the lava doesn't get in my way, which if I dig through the wall, I think I'll be fine. Oh, right, there's probably some more right here. Okay, let's see, how do we do this? I need to leave a few blocks. I don't really think there's a good way to do this, to be honest, so we'll just do it like this. That's gonna go over the floor soon. Alright, let's make sure it's got a deep enough well that that's out of the way. I feel like I should apologize, too, for all of the mess-ups I've had with, like, the building the elevator and stuff. I feel like that's gonna really bug some people. Hopefully you guys understand I didn't do it intentionally to bother anyone. It's just, you know, a little minor annoyance that at this point I don't know that I'm gonna bother to fix. If you really, really care about it, I guess, speak up, and if it gets, like, a lot of traction, I'll think about doing some stuff off camera. But I feel like I can tolerate falling down that shaft a few times without it being a big deal. I want to say giggity there, but it's not, it's like a bit of a reach, isn't it? Alright, let's keep going to the right. I was gonna go further over, but didn't happen. Oh, there's another shadow chest. What do I want out of this, anyway? Flame Lash. Not what I wanted. I don't know what I wanted, but it probably isn't that. Battle Potion, Hunter Potion, and we'll grab the chest, of course. Lots and lots and lots and lots of pots. Might as well build up on the Hellfire Arrows. I'm sure they'll come in handy for future bosses. What is this? Oh, workbench. Okay. Is there any reason to have an obsidian workbench, really, or is it just sort of a visual novelty, I wonder? Can't remember. There's so many things about this game that, like, I actually know and I just forget because I haven't played it in a while. I mean, all this stuff about building the obsidian skull, and, like, I have done that a ton of times. I just forget. Not that I'm not thankful that you guys give me tips, but sometimes the amount of tips or, like, the amount of repeated tips, or sometimes the times when, like, I'll actually address something in the video and then I just get, like, 5 people asking me the same question that I just talked about. You know, that can be a little bit, I don't know if frustrating is the right word, but maybe redundant. Don't even, yeah, I won't even put a value judgment on it. I'll just take that away. Hey, don't freaking appear under me. That's rude. I'm working here. Alright. Let's probably keep going. Oh, there's a little bit more I can grab out of the ground. We should be almost done, I think. Need like 70 bars or so, something like that. 70 bars should probably get us to where we need to be. Alright, Demon. Your days are numbered, buddy. What am I doing on gold? 25 gold, thanks to all those delicious coin portals. I feel like I'm playing Cookie Clicker all over again. Cookie portals. Someone asked me in the comments, did I still play Clicker Heroes anymore? Thankfully, no, at the moment. I got myself out of it somehow. The game is dangerously addicting to me. It's, like, way worse than most MMOs that I've played. I just got in this freaking mindset that is like, I will drive myself to any length to get to the highest level in Clicker Heroes that I could get. And I don't know why I cared so much, but I, like, committed to it and everything. I spent a lot of hours, like, uninterrupted, too, just, like, working away at strategies of how I was going to get to a higher number. That's all it is, the Skinner box. It's just numbers and numbers and numbers. It doesn't do anything. There's no meaning behind it. It's just numbers. And yet, I was driven way deep down that rabbit hole. What do I want to get rid of right now? Ash blocks. I need the Hellstone. I'll probably keep that. I'm probably good on torches for the moment. It's like a lot of bombs. Lots of bombs. Oh, a Titan potion. What is that? Oh, I just realized the lava dudes don't... they don't drop lava in this mode. That's only in expert mode that they do that. I'm so thankful they don't do that. When you kill the lava slimes in expert mode, they leave a little blob on the ground that you get to step in and hurt yourself on all the time. So it's nice that that doesn't happen here. I'm quite thankful for that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that 200 yet? Oh, we're way over 200, 217. Since I'm this far over, I'll just take a quick moment to... Oh, yeah, that's bad. Just pop through one more of these little apartment complexes. Check out what's in here. Also, maybe... Well, I would grab that picture, but I think I'm full up. Another Sun Fury, Recall Potion, Teleportation. I like the Teleportation Potions. They're pretty good. Other way around, actually, is the way I meant for that to go. Hellfire Arrows... Wait, why can't these stack? They can stack! Why can't she slap? Why can she slap? You guys know why she can slap, guys? We could probably sell this. I have a feeling it's worth a bunch. I think I've got a chair already. Maybe I'll just... No, I don't need ash blocks. That's fine. And we've got that. So, unless there's another chest, I think we'll call it right here and then pop back up to the surface. Yeah, there's... I don't think there can be 2 chests in one apartment, but maybe... What do I know? I mean, every time I think I know something about the way that the level generation works in this game, I have no idea. And somebody always knows better, so why even postulate? I'll let you guys just tell me directly. I'm probably going to be recording a few episodes in quick succession soon. So, if you have any pressing questions that you want to get in, like, do that on this episode if you can. So the next one I might not be able to read in real time. Not that I'm necessarily going out of my way to, like, make your life harder or anything by doing that. I just, I need to get a little bit ahead in my recording based on the way my schedule is working out in the next few days. What is this? This is a gravitation potion? You know what? It's good, but I think we're fine. Let's just go home. How can she craft? Alright, let's drop some stuff off. We're gonna do a quick stack here. 219 Hellstone, and we're gonna drop some stuff. Well, let's just do what you guys taught me is the best way. Quick stack to nearby chest, go! And then we'll go down a little bit further. I don't know what the nearby chests count as, but I'm pretty happy that it's taking care of that stuff. I wish I could, like, quick stack magic weapons, but that's not a thing that's gonna happen. And I hope all of these go to their right positions, because I'm not going to know if they did for a bit yet. Also, I haven't had any restoration potions just yet either. I'll have to make a spot for them. Probably put it in the red potions area. I've got... This is just going to be for, like, healing potions and magic potions restoration, and then this one's going to be all of the various... Oh, perfect. There, we've got a nice supplement to our green list here. I try to make them fade from one color to the next. But yeah, this is all buffs and various useful potions in that degree. Oh, and the other one here is the battle potion, which falls under the purple subheading, which is coming across as mildly inconvenient, because I don't really have a nice complement that goes down that list there. Let's do that. But now I just don't... I need a pinker one to go up at the top. I hope these were all created with gradients in mind. I'm going to be very sad if they weren't. Which one of these is not like the others? Is one of these more gray? Is that right? I don't know, maybe I have, like, the slightest amount of color blindness, but, like, the difference between these three in blueness is this is the slightly more blue. This one becomes, like, a little bit more aquamarine, green-infused turquoise, and then this one is roughly around the same. I can't really see it very well, though. Yeah, okay. It was kind of small. The difference, though, between, like, this and that, very subtle to me. I mean, it's obviously a bit deeper blue, but it might also just be because of the surface area. Oh, why am I talking about freaking colors right now? Anyway, let's make some bars. Oh, my goodness. My mind works in the strangest ways. I start freaking talking about anything that jumps in. Alright, bars they are. Here we go. Oh, beautiful. 73, I think that does the job, doesn't it? Let's see. 10 for the helmet, no big deal. 20 for the breastplate, no big deal. And 15 for the greaves, no big deal. Leaves us with 28 more bars. Do I want to go so far as to create a fiery greatsword? Would that be useful to me? Well, it does have better stats than this one. And it's 20 bars, so that would actually finish me off. I could also make a molten ham axe for 150% axe power, and we replace our meteorite ham axe. Or I could make an imp staff, which is fine. Not really high on my priority list. I also got a really sweet bow and arrow deal out of that already, the deadly hellwing bow, which is, that's 32, this is 23. Wow, really? And this is buffed up, too. Is it modified by the fact that the arrows turn into bats? Does that help it out substantially in DPS? I have to wonder if that's better somehow, because that's drastically better here. And this was supposed to be a fancy drop, so I don't know. Kind of curious about that. Well, I mean, let's just do both, I guess. This is 15, this is 20. We're not super far off in either direction, but I'll make the sword first just because that's more immediately useful, I guess. And we got keen on it, which is okay. Not great. Then we'll just go ahead and drop these back there. And I do have some putting away of things to do. The Zealous versus just nothing. Yeah, I'll definitely take the one with a thing on it versus the thing that doesn't have a thing. The thing that doesn't have a thing. And Other Musings by Rockleesmile. Alright, let's see how this looks when we've swapped out our armors and such. And we'll take off our cosmetic helm. You know, that looks pretty freaking sweet, too. I'm not gonna complain. I look like some sort of metal golem or titan of some kind. Like a small version of something you'd fight in Dark Souls. Which I can get behind that concept. So this is going to be the death knell of our godly space gun. Because, well, once I don't have infinite ammo for it, it becomes drastically less useful. Not that it becomes not useful, but it's just maybe not something I'm going to prioritize very far. Viking helmet can probably just go back in here, unless you think that looks better. That looks fine. But I kind of like the sealed up face. Having a sealed up face is pretty cool. I like emphasizing saying face for some reason. In a weird mood today, evidently. We got some pictures to put away, some light sources, some general decor. I'm gonna guess none of these have been put away yet, so I'm gonna actually have to put them away manually. I'm doing the inventory management stuff on screen just for the moment, just because I want to maybe go back one more time for a little bit more hellstone, and we'll just polish off the ham axe as well, and just call it a day, and say we got all of our hell gear in one sitting. I feel like that's, you know, reasonable, wouldn't you say? We've got a spot for our pots, the vases together, flowing magma can be... Oh, it's a picture frame, right? It's like, what? What are we looking at there? And we've got a dresser. I don't know where these are going to line up. Let's put the pots there. Got to find the right combination of everything. Bathtubs, we've got a chair, which I think we're going to put in furniture. Yeah, I guess this will be for, like, tables, chairs, and doors, and then everything else goes in another area. There we go. Blue dungeon table, living wood table, and then we want to put the workbench down in this corner where we've got our crafting table section. In case we want to make a themed house later, or something like that. You never know what fancy will strike. Let's pop this sucker in there. A couple of paintings for the pile. I used to try and sort these by, like, frame color. Gets to be kind of a little bit of a task after a while, as I'm sure you can imagine. And, or we've got a boss summon item that I need to put away, too, before I accidentally drop it in some lava. We're gonna end up with a lot of those, so, you know, no big deal having it not with me at the time. We'll also sell off that Sun Fury, because it's extra. I don't really need 2 of those for any reason that I'm aware of. Oh, it's only worth 54 silver. That is surprisingly cheap, actually. And we'll just toss the rest of these away. Where they go. Where they go. Where they go. I guess we'll put that away as well. See, I'm so happy that I've got this all sorted already, because it takes so much less time when I know where I'm gonna go stand to put stuff into chests. It really saves me a lot of anguish, to be honest. Flail, throwing, magic weapons, guns. Do I not have a spot for bows? Maybe that'll be extra, then. I guess that would fall under, like, flail, thrown. Alright, well, we'll sort that out later as well. And sword, right. And I try to keep these in DPS order. Although I've noticed maybe it was because of patches or something, but they seem to rearrange themselves in my inventory a lot. The DPS numbers seem to change quite a bit. And we're just going to drop off all of our money here. Quick stack. To 63 again, that's not awful. And we are down to 161 obsidian. That actually should be enough to get us through the rest of the way. Got 9 bars. We only need a handful. Alright, and there's phase blades, too. Look at all this cool stuff we got over here. Alright, shall we? Once more into the breach. Whatever that saying is. Anyway, we'll go to the left this time. And that should take us through to where we need to be. Which is ourselves. Be yourself. Somebody said I don't know why you're so scared of detonators. I think it's just because in expert mode I got it into my head that I'm going to be exploding arbitrarily quite a bit. And not in a good way. I found myself falling onto them a lot, and in general just causing a lot of havoc for myself. So from that point on I started to be a little bit wary of them. Which, you know, it's just sort of like a life elongation process for me. I want to make sure I stay alive sometimes. I think you could probably agree that's generally a good practice when it comes to general living arrangements. There we are. Is there a way down from there? Maybe not. I'll just go this way. Does anybody care that I haven't dug that all the way through yet? Also, let's just dig through the wall here. I imagine there's going to be some purists out there that are like, why didn't you dig your elevator all the way down? It's like, well, you know, it's like a couple of inches away from hell, so figured that was good enough. Oh, freaking bones all over the ground here blocking this door from opening. Yeah, I didn't know if I had that one yet. I'll take this clock, too, because I don't remember if I took that yet either. Pretty sure I did, but just in case I didn't. Also, good practice just to break all these pots, if only for the reason of getting the chance at a possible coin portal. Alright, that is one cool thing about the sword, is it's freaking massive. So, I like that quite a bit. Also, I don't think I put a prefix... Oh, right, it had the 3% crit chance. I could probably get something better on there later on. Again, not super worried about it. This is stuff that I can address in 5 seconds when I've got a few extra moments and nothing else better to do. And right now I do have something better to do, and that's collect this ore so I can build a better world for myself. Specifically a ham axe. Alright, that's a lot of pots. It's like not a lot of good mining spots right here. Oh, we do have a shadow chest that I almost missed. It was just kind of buried down in the depths of the lava. What do we have? Another flame lash. It's mystic this time for a plus to damage. Also happen to have some weird meteorite bars in that chest, which I don't think I've ever seen before inside of one of those. We'll get that, we'll get that. And we're good on glow sticks, so goodbye. I'll take the chest though, thank you. May as well grab this little chunk in the corner, because what's the harm? I'll grab this one as well. Since I'm being consistent now all of a sudden. Let's just hope for some ground to stand on. It's always a bit risky when you launch yourself off one of these platforms. You never know if you're actually going to land on anything at all, or if you're going to get yourself into a bunch of trouble. And fall into some deep lava, which, you know, happened to me a lot of times. Starting to think about what I could consolidate accessory-wise now going forward, because I think we're about to cross the threshold where, well, once we kill the wall of flesh, of course, the next priority becomes make sure I get emblems, start combining emblems into other things, make your damage become a priority. Obviously, defense has to go up as well, but we'll get probably like turtle armor or something like that. Not that I've decided what direction exactly we're going to head in for that stuff, but, you know, that is an option. But yeah, as far as accessories, I want to get a few more slots going on. And it feels like I don't have a lot of options right now. Maybe once I'm not in hell as much, things will open up more. Because I won't need the, you know, don't walk on hot stuff accessories as much. Can we get to that? Yeah, sure. And we'll take that one as well. Again, it won't take much. Just need to just dip through here real quick. Alright, I was really hoping when I saw that dude he wasn't carrying our friend with him, because that would have been a really awkward spot to fight him in. Okay, kind of hate this right now. You get out. I will heal just to be extra safe, and we got Demon Sides already. That is actually a really good spell to get, especially early on, because it's pretty high DPS. I will show you what it does in just a moment. Basically just does the same thing the demons do to me, which is those big blue curls that come through the air. Throw that in place of the Sun Fury. And it goes through walls? No, it doesn't go through walls. Why did I think it went through walls? Never mind. No Chesterinos? Nope. Alright, we'll grab some of these then. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12? No, I don't know if I got those last ones. I will grab these as well. I feel like they must have lowered the amount of bars, or ore that it takes to make a bar out of that hellstone, because it seems like I was able to get this so much faster. I remember this being quite an ordeal. Not that it was ever super difficult, but it took a little longer than it does now. Actually, this part seems kind of easy. Maybe it's just because I've got decent gear going into it. Maybe some people skip the whole meteorite phase and go straight in with whatever their last set was. I can imagine that would make things a bit more tricky. I feel like I should also say, in case nobody realized that I'm aware, I do know about getting crates from fishing missions, and as well as all the sweet stuff you can get from fishing directly. So I'll probably do some fishing to get crates, just so I have them going into expert mode, or hard mode rather, and then I'll be able to just go back and open those all later. We'll have another, Nick Strange Plants moment, where hopefully we can get some good loot out of that, and maybe we can get a decent pickaxe or something going into hard mode that would have taken extra time, and then it'll kind of speed up the whole process. And then you guys can love me again. No, I'm kidding. Alright, goodbye, Fire Imp. What do I have now for ore? 83? Pretty close. I'll just get to 100, and I think that'll do it. I don't think I'm able to reach any of those. That's okay. I can grab this one. No chests over here, it looks like. Does dynamite blow up hellstone? I'm guessing it doesn't, right? Because that would be too easy then to just pop in and blow everything up and then collect. Probably have some dynamite on me, don't I? Yeah, I could probably just test it right now instead of just speculating idly. Let's go find a spot that's actually got some hellstone directly sitting on it. I would say right there, but it would definitely slide off and I would not get the reward from the deal. I guess I can't hit him through the wall even though he can hit me. Any chests down here? No? None at all? Alright, here's what I can do just to make sure this hits. We'll just pop open the ground a little bit here. Make a little groove. And then we'll just toss this sucker right there. What will happen? No, you're good. There you go. Ah, yeah, there it is. It doesn't go. But that's actually a nice way that I could grab some of this stuff, potentially. If I was being particularly smart, I would probably put a little bit of ash or something on top. And I could just actually just walk right over the... Well, you know what? I think I can stand on this stuff. Yeah, I can. So as long as I just mine under me, I should be safe. It's really only the lava we're worried about now. You know, and the enemies, of course. I think I'm safe to do... not that. We'll do that instead. Wall? Grab the wall? Yeah, there we go. Wait for that to settle down. This is surprisingly difficult. Yeah, alright, well, whatever. We're gonna get burned a little bit. And you play with fire, you get burned, just how it goes. But we should be well past what we needed, right? 127, yeah, we're fine. I'll just go a little bit further exploration-wise. I'd like to see if there's any more shadow chests around. And then I think we're pretty much good for today's mission. Hello? Goodbye. I kind of want to fight more bosses, like... Oh god, that's actual lava, though. Okay, that didn't work out so well for me. When it's one tile deep, it's, like, not a big deal, but it gets a little deeper than that, all of a sudden you're in trouble. But yeah, I feel like with the level of every... Oh my god, don't do this to me. Level of everything that I've got right now, armor-wise, I'd be fine to fight a few more bosses that were, like, pre-hard mode. There just really aren't too many more. There's, the King of Slime and the Queen Bee. I guess I could kill the Queen Bee now. I mean, if I really felt like it. I don't think that would be very difficult at all. Oh, the Blood Moon is rising. Well, that'll be a great event for next time, I guess, because, well, I don't even know that we need to bother with it, really. There's probably some stuff I could get out of it. Basically, the Blood Moon is just, like, nighttime, but harder, in case you're not aware. Oh, okay. I was really worried that dude was dipping our friend into the lava, which I wouldn't be a huge fan of. But yeah, there's going to be some zombies that'll show up, and they'll start digging through your walls, and... You know, some unique enemies that you can only find during that one particular event. It's not a very big deal, though. You get them pretty regularly. It's not going to change the world, put it that way. Any more good stuff here? One more? One more good thing? No? Alright. I think we're done here. I know there's more stuff that I haven't gotten, but... I'll think about it for next time. Let's do that, and let's do that, and now we're safe inside. I may want to go after some of those enemies later, but for the moment, just so I can close out the episode and see what we ended up with for our ore situation, just gonna let them pitter-patter around outside. Otherwise, they would knock down the door. That's why I put those tiles there, by the way. So we'll grab that. 42, more than enough to make everything I need. So a molten ham axe can go ham. And it's damaged, so we're going to have to reforge that a little bit. Where's our goblin? Oh. Hang on a freaking second here. How did you do that? Can you go through that tile? I didn't think you did that kind of thing. Alright. Let's see if they get through that now. Maybe if it's just one tile in the middle, like their legs can fit under or something. Also, why am I prioritizing this freaking axe that much? I'm not even gonna hardly use it. Whatever. I just hate having damaged stuff, and it's not even that expensive to fix. Shameful. Oh, I certainly feel a lot of shame. 15% damage. I can respect that. What else? Anything else? I mean, I could for the demon scythe, but, like, do I really need to? Probably not. I think we're probably good on that. I'll see if this is super expensive. It's a gold. I'll go ahead and do it once. 44 melee to... Oh, made it worse. Hurtful. That's okay. Yeah, you know, whatever. Well, we'll maybe do a bit more reforging next time. So no need to do weird plants today, because they aren't going to pay us out with much extra. Somebody said they wanted me to look at the shop, by the way, to see if I could buy dyes from that guy. Apparently I can't yet, but maybe they unlock later. I will buy a dye vat, though, because that is what you need to build dyes out of mats, and I haven't needed to yet, but in case I ever feel like I want to, I'd appreciate it being here. Definitely more important than the, whatever this thing was, the living loom. But anyway, I think that's going to pretty much do it, guys. Thank you, everybody, for being here, for continuing watching this series, and for your continued support. Make sure you ask some questions if you're curious, and if I need them for a fishing episode or something like that. And I will be back soon with another one. Hope you have a lovely evening, and I will see you next time.